My first ever review was the Chainsmokers, and I thought there was no way I could pass up on this opportunity by missing out on this Chainsmokers album. So here we are, coming full circle, reviewing the Chainsmokers once again, and they're still not very good. It almost feels pointless to talk about the Chainsmokers at this point in time because I don't think they're really getting that much traction anymore. Like, they have a few songs here and there that do make it into the charts and stuff, but like I can't remember the last time I even heard a Chainsmokers song just out and about, or heard it in like a club or like a bar. I don't remember the last time they were referenced in conversation when people were talking about like their favorite music and stuff like that. I don't remember. It's almost like their relevancy is just sort of slipping away, but yet they still have a decent core fan base that is still, pretty much there to support their music, even though they're still repeating the same songs pretty much over and over again. They've got the formula down to a T, man. It's just maybe an acoustic, plucky guitar on the verses with some like boyish, charming vocals, and then the chorus comes in, there's barely even a chorus, and then a drop just hits out of nowhere even when it doesn't fit the track itself. I've lost count of how many times I was listening to one of their songs on this album and just thought, this drop, this EDM style house drop, didn't need to be here. Why is it here? Takeaway being one of them, but it has this really wobbly, disjointed type drop as well. That's just so weird. I don't know if they were like trying to be a bit experimental with this one, but it just sounds awful. See the Way definitely is the worst, I think, because it is by far the most out of place one, and it just sounds awful. It doesn't even match the tone of the song, doesn't match the tone of the singers on the verses. I just don't know what they were going for here. It is really, really baffling to think about what their motivations are. I feel like they can't just not do a song without a drop, so even when it doesn't matter, it doesn't fit, the song, then it doesn't matter to them because they'll just put it in anyway because that's their brand. The only time where it felt kind of in place was Family, and I thought that track was fine enough. Like, I was sort of picturing myself like, in that setting where this song would work the most, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I'd probably be okay with it, but every other track didn't really do that for me. The one track where I guess the drop wasn't quite as prominent was the track featuring Blink-182, and let me tell you, man, the vocal performances from Mark Hoppus and the other new guy that I keep forgetting the name of, but he's basically trying to be Tom DeLonge on this one. Like, they are just doing the vocal melody to the song I Miss You. Listen to it and tell me it's not the same. It is literally the same. I couldn't shake it off. I was just like, are they just trying to like grab like that nostalgia factor and just work it in to a modern day sounding song? Like, are they just losing all of their integrity at this point? Like, they are just a shadow of like their former selves now when they're doing stuff like this. It is mad. We got BB Rexa as a feature as well, another artist. I just feel like is sort of popular, but she's just not really quite there. And yeah, I mean, she can sing decently, but you wouldn't think she could on this song. She's randomly screeching on the chorus. She's not even a terrible singer, but for some reason she's just doing it here where like it just sounds awful. I'm just really baffled by it. 5 Seconds of Summer lure you into a track that you think's gonna be okay. Like you're ready for a decent song finally, and then of course the Chainsmokers brand of drop has to come in. It's pathetic. It's funny listening to this album. Like, you can just hear where everything could be okay, and like they're intentionally making it not okay. Like, I just can't help but think that that's what they're doing, because these songs occasionally sound like they're okay to begin with, and then the drop just comes. Why do they have to do it every time? So yeah, this is of course awful. You probably expect that. Look, there's a way to do this right. It's not that all EDM is bad, because I know a lot of people seem to have that attitude, but I think people have that attitude because this is the type of stuff that got popular. This is the stuff that made its way into the mainstream, and I think that's where the mindset develops from. And that's the thing as well, they've not always put out awful songs. I mean, they've definitely put out awful albums. Once again, they've done it here, but I think occasionally they've put out a decent track every now and then. I never really minded the song Closer, and I think the song Roses is actually really good. So there was something there, but they just avoided the good stuff, weirdly. Yeah, this is like a 3 out of 10. This is really awful. This is no. I just had to touch on this though. This was my first ever like entry point into reviewing music on this channel. Like I said at the start of the video, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to come back and see where they are a few years later. And yeah, it's not looking good. Thank you for watching my review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got something out of it. Let me know what I should review next. Have a good day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and goodbye.